Hello, everyone. Today we are meeting for another learning series, the Friday learning series that ISTD Mumbai Chapter holds. And today we have an esteemed guest who's going to help us with an interesting topic, mind and its faculties. We have Dr. Sunil Chhaya. And this recording is basically his session where he will enlighten us with certain nitty-gritties about the topic. And later on, we'll have Q&A session where the participants can ask the question. And this is the start of the recording. Um, on behalf of Uday sir, I would like to give a little background about Sunil sir. He's starting with the topic that he's going to take. His topic is called Mind and Its Faculties. Personally, I find the topic very interesting because I, um, I have interest in neuroscience. So basically, this topic will explore how thinking patterns shape outcomes in both personal and professional life, and how conscious shifts in mindset can unlock growth and success. While we talk about hard skills and other soft skills, many a times the center where everything happens, the mindset, the way it shifts, how it should impact our growth, our success, day-to-day things, that somewhere, we don't consciously focus on it. And that is a domain which Dr. Sunil Chhaya is going to touch. Now, a little bit about our esteemed guest. Uh, Dr. Sunil brings a rich blend of experiential wisdom and transformational learning. He held a long service in a domain and he has certified himself in various different faculties related to the topic. And his journey has been uh, in mindset transformation and inner growth. Quickly, his credentials: he's a certified trainer, law of attraction. He's a certified licensed trainer, Jose Silva's Ultramind ESP system. He's certified in Mahavastu expert. He's certified practitioner of basic and advanced Hoponopono. We will, get some more information from him about that. He is author of several books. Some of it is author of The Science of Co-Creation. There are two parts to it, and so on and so forth. The list is lengthy. We have already shared it with everyone during the registration. So, without wasting much of the time, I will hand it over to our esteemed guest to deep dive into the topic. Thank you, Dr. Sunil Chhaya, for coming on this session and taking this session ahead. Over to you.
Thank you, Madhuri. And it is really nice to be on such a platform where I can at least share some knowledge of mine, so that it helps everyone and it helps everybody in the sense that it helps even the smallest person from the age of 10. He can do it. Nothing, and till the time he lives, he can use this program. Now, coming to the program, first of all, let me just share my presentation if that's fine with you. So can you see the screen?
Okay, I'm able to see it. I think we all are able to see your screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Sunil, I will just go off video so that you can completely focus on the presentation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the presentation the topic is thinking to results, your mind and its faculties. So what is thinking to results? Whatever we think about, we bring about. That is what thinking to results means. And you can also bring in results which you want in your life by using the mind, the mechanics of the mind and its faculties. So I have already been introduced by Madhuri ma'am, so I don't have to really go into all those details. So let's begin. Let's begin from us, from you. So what is it? You can create your own economy. Do you know that? You can create your own economy. And how you can do that? By co-creation. See, human beings are the highest form of creation, and unlike the other animate matter kingdom, we are not aligned with the universe as such, because we have been given the ability to create our own life. Now, how do we do that? So, first, let us just go into one more question that I would like to, two things that you must know to create time and money freedom. First of all, we should know where you are. How many of how many of you know that where you are today, as far as your business is concerned, as far as your personal life is concerned, whatever it is? If you know where you are today, then you are aware of what you need to do to go to where you want to go. Now, how many of you want to go to a certain level by the end of this financial year? You can simply raise your hands or you can show your thumbs. I will know that you want to go. And what is it that you want to? How much do you want to go? Oh, that's great. We are already getting some thumbs up. Wonderful, wonderful, Dr. Yashada. Now you okay. So yes, Vinodji, wonderful. So how much do you want to go? 2x, 5x, 10x, or more than that by the end of this financial year?
But there is no limit, sir. There is no limit.
Wonderful.
कितना भी करो कम ही पड़ता रहे. At least I feel.
Yes, yes, yes. Because there is abundance in life. Universe has got abundance. There's nothing. There's no lack in it. So whatever you want to get, you can get. So you can go from this level. But many, it's very obvious. But many people are stuck to go to this level from this level. So what is it that is stopping you from going? You know how to do it, but you are not able to do it. What is it that stops you? This is what stops you. Paradigms. So have you heard about paradigms? Show a thumbs up again.
Not in this connection, sir.
Okay, not in this connection. So what are paradigms? I will tell you. Paradigms are nothing but a multitude of habits. And these habits are either other people's habits or they have come in genetically. That is from generation to generation. That is a paradigm. And these paradigms start building up within you even before you were born. When you were in a mother's womb. That's why, if you remember, so many people tell you the expecting mother that read good books like you know Ramayana or whatever books you want to read, which are really going to help. So when you start reading those books, those vibrations go into the fetus, and that is where the paradigm starts. So paradigm, this is a huge. Actually, it's a huge problem for almost everyone. Don't you think so? It's a huge problem. And going by today's world, all about computers and all, paradigm is nothing but a mental software. It's a mental program that has almost exclusive control over our habitual behavior. And almost all our behavior is habitual. Now, what do you mean by habitual behavior? You get up in the morning, do all what you have to do in the morning, complete all your morning rituals, take a breakfast or coffee, go out to work, finish up whatever you have to do in the office or the place of work, come back home, refresh yourself, have a dinner, and maybe sip a cup of coffee or something again in the night, watching a TV or reading a newspaper or something of that sort. So, what are you doing? You are taking everything that is going on around you. Even while you're in office, you're taking everything that's going on around you. The mind is absorbing things. So, what you should absorb? You should absorb what is going to benefit you, what is resonating with what you want to be, do, or have in life. That's what you need to absorb. And the rest, you can simply say no to it. Now, look at the areas of your life that your paradigm has enormous influence over. First is the perception, the way you look at things, whether you're looking at the solution or the problem. Right? Second is use of time. How much time everybody has in the day? Anybody? 24 hours, not more than that, not a microsecond more or not a microsecond less. So how do we judicially use the 24 hours? That we need to know. Creativity. We all say, no, oh, I don't have that. I don't have time. I've got so much of work to do. Where is the time for creativity in that case? No time. You don't even have a little bit of time to even give it a thought that there is something like creativity. Like I said earlier, co-creation. You can become a co-creator yourself and create your own life. Effectiveness, whatever you're doing, how much effective is it? Whether it is adding value to anybody, your services, your products, whether it's adding value to anybody. Productivity, how much of services are you giving? And the logic. What is the logic? Logic means how you are going to take your things forward. That is the logic that we're talking about. And all this takes you to your ability to earn money. Now, when these paradigms are existing within you, the old ones that I'm talking about, what are there right now, they are boxing you. You are totally into that box. You are not going beyond that. This becomes your comfort zone. Now to come out of the comfort zone, you need to do something extra. What is it extra that you need to do? You need to change your paradigm. If you see the color has changed, the paradigm has to be changed. And then you'll be out of that box. Then that you will do things which are really wonderful, abundant. There's a lot of abundance in life. The universe has nothing lacked. In fact, the universe, the laws of the universe wants you to succeed. It never works for failure. It always works for success. Now, how do you change your habits? Can you tell me how to change your paradigm or habits? Do you have a pen and paper with you? If you do, take one sheet of paper and write down two habits which do not resonate with what you want to do. That in that first slide that you saw, time and money freedom, what you want to achieve at the end of this financial year, right? If those habits are not resonating with that thought of yours, write them down. Then take another piece of paper and write down two habits which are polar opposite of this, or any other two habits which you want to inculcate, which would take you to your goal or desire or target, as we call it. Right? Now, the first paper that where you wrote, are you writing it down? If you're writing it down, it's very good. In the first paper where you wrote those two other habits which are not resonating, tear it off and burn it or flush it down. Don't put it in the waste paper basket because that will become a residual. It'll have a residual effect. Flush it down straight away. Then see what happens to you. How light you feel. The burden has been lifted. And when you write down these two new habits, script it down and record it in your own voice and your own energy. And listen to it as many number of times as possible. Listen for 21 days. It takes 21 days for human beings to change their habits. Once you do that, your paradigm will change and you'll be out of the comfort zone. Now, when you're out of the comfort zone, let us take two things out of these, because the change will be you and it will be permanent. So let us consider just two things. One is the use of time. As I said, 24 hours is all that we have. So you cannot manage that time. What you need to manage is manage activities. You know, Mr. Charles Schwab was the richest man and had the was managing the first steel plant in the US way back in the 1930s or 40s maybe. His company was going downwards. And there was a gentleman who said that I can change the direction of the graph. He says, how do we change that? He told him that you write down 6 activities that you need to do today and write them in a manner of priority. In the sense, you will not go to item number 2 unless you are You have not completed the item number 1. And if there will be some things will remain out, there will be a carry it forward to the next day. But again, keeping in mind the priority of the next day. Now, when should you do that? Do it in the night before you retire to sleep, and tell your mind that, my dear fellow, this is the activities that I want to do. Guide me to complete them tomorrow. Give some work to that mind instead of letting it move around, because your mind does not sleep in the night. You sleep in the night, not your mind. Physically, you go to sleep, but your mind goes on working and works on everything except what you want. So if you give this job to the mind, it will start working to get guidance, to give you guidance. How can you go about? Second, what you need to look at is the perception, right? What are you looking at? How are you looking at things? Are you looking at the problem or are you looking at the solution? Oh my God, this problem is such a painful presentation that has been made. I need to go through the whole thing. But what is the solution to that? Complete that presentation the way you want it. If you feel that the way that you are doing is going to work for the other person, yes, do it. That is the way you should look about. See, every coin has two sides. Like even if you see in this mobile, you have got two sides, right? Now here you can see the screen. I'll ask you what you can see. You'll say I can see this blank screen over there. But what I'll say, I can see the back with the two cameras. And when I change direction, you say yes, I can see two cameras. Then I'll say I can see the black screen. So that is what perception is all about. Depends on what you are looking at and how you are looking at. This will change your ability to earn money. Now, ability to earn money is something which is governed by law of compensation. We'll come to that. Let's go further so that you'll know exactly how you can make use of that law of compensation. Now, to change anything, it is Joel Barker said in his book The Paradigm. He said that to be able to shape your future, you have to be willing and able to change your paradigm. Are you willing to change your paradigm? Yes? If yes, very good. Then you change it the way I said. Immediately your paradigm will change. And once your paradigm is shifted, automatically your results will start changing. Yeah. Now, this is what I say, the heading that I've given is gifts of God. They have come free to us as a standard equipment with our body. But because it is free, we hardly make use of it, especially after the age of 10. There's a reason behind the age of 10. Because up till the age of 10, it's only one side of the brain, the creative brain, which is working. After the age of 10, at the age of 10, both sides start working. But for 95% of people, it's only the other side that takes over. The logical mind, the analytical mind, the left side brain. I think Madhuri ma'am will agree with me on that. And that is where what happens, these gifts get deactivated. Now, what are these gifts? Let's go one by one. First is the perception. It is our point of view. How do we look at things and how do we want to look at things? What we want, look at the thing in that fashion. Find out what is good from what is positive and negative in that. If you find that you are going low, there is something, that incident is taking place, some event is taking place, find out the good in it and then start working on it. Second is imagination. This is literally the workshop of your mind. Everything is first made in the mind and then it gets created. The great painter Vincent Van Gogh was asked, how do you make such beautiful paintings? He says, it's very simple. I first dream my painting and then I paint my dream. Right? The third is intuition. Connect yourself to the person who's giving you the information. And here, that person is nobody but your tutor. And the tutor we relate is your other side or your spiritual side. It's nothing to do with spirituality. We live in three planes: the spiritual plane, the intellectual plane, and the physical plane. When you connect yourself to your spiritual side, you start getting information from there. Because the spiritual side is always giving information 24/7, 365 days. But since we are not connected, you will not get the information. Unless you don't make a phone call to me, you will not be able to connect to me or to anybody for that matter. Or you send an email, you have an email address, send it to them. Only then you'll get information. You ask them, post it on LinkedIn. Nowadays, that social media is there. Post it on LinkedIn, Insta, post it on your Facebook. Get some information. That is how you get connected. And getting connected to the other side is a very simple thing. You have to bring down your brain frequency. Bring it down to 10 cycles per second because the brain vibrates between almost 0 cycles to 21 cycles per second. And 10 cycles is the center. That is where both the brain hemispheres work together. The right gets connected to the spiritual side, and the left is one which is taking the action. Right? Because what happens is, it's very well said by my mentor, Jose Silva. He says that the mind guides the brain and the brain guides the body. So unless you don't get connection from the mind or from a spiritual side, nothing happens. The fourth one is will. It is the ability to focus on something on the screen of my mind without any external distractions. Sorry. So how do you improve this focusing power? You must have heard some commentators. If you're getting interested in cricket, if you're interested there, you know, when a batsman who's in form, he starts hitting the ball all over the place. The commentator says that he's seeing the cricket ball, like a football. Why? Because that is his focus. Wherever the ball falls, the bat goes and it hits it wherever he wants in the field. So to focus, improve your focusing power, what you do is you sit in your chair where you sit every day, and the wall in front of you, simply put a dot on that and focus on the dot for 5 minutes. I know it's very difficult. The very first time when you see, not even a fraction of a second, you'll be able to see that point. But as you go on practicing, the small dot will go on increasing in size and will be that big. That will increase your focusing power. And then whatever you imagine, you'll be able to focus absolutely clearly. And you'll be able to know what exactly you need to do and where you exactly want to go. Memory, storage bank. It's a data center. There is absolutely no limit to it. As much data you want, you can put. There's nothing like a bad memory. Everything is either weak or strong memory, but no bad memory. There's nothing like bad memory exists. Then you come to your reasoning. What is reasoning? Reasoning is your power to choose your thoughts. What thought you want to really work on, you can choose. There are around, research says there are around 60,000 thoughts that come across your mind. And most of them are negative. There are only few which are resonating with you, what you want in your life. Once you pick up a thought over there, then you can really work on that thought, create that image, and start working on that image. Right? Any questions till now? You can always unmute if you want to, or I'll continue further. Right. So yes, let's look at the mind in paradigms. Let me ask you a couple of questions here. You're standing in front of your vehicle in the parking lot. Anybody can describe that vehicle? What model or make it is? What color is it? Anyone who wish to say? Yeah? Unmute yourself. You can say that.
Sir, currently I don't have a vehicle, but I had
Okay.
a scooter. It was white in color.
Wonderful. What was the color of the seat?
Black.
Black. Wonderful. Now you go and stand in front of the refrigerator in your house.
Huh.
Is it a two-door or three-door refrigerator?
2 doors, sir.
Two-door. What is the color of that refrigerator?
Gray.
Gray. How does it open? Left to
Uh,
right or right to left?
I have to use my right hand and it opens left to right.
Wonderful. So you saw that you are standing and visualizing that refrigerator in front of you. You visualize the scooter in front of you. Now I'll ask
Yeah.
you one last final question. How
Yeah.
does your mind look like?
How does?
Your mind look like?
Jumping all the time.
Wonderful. So your mind is always jumping.
Yeah.
It is not stable. You're not able to focus on anything. Improve your focusing power. Your mind will become stable.
Uh,
Go and do meditations. It will become peaceful. So
True,
everything
true.
will start happening for you. Now, that's wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Yashoda, for that. Now, in the year 1934, there was a doctor by the name Dr. Truman Fleet, and he was in the healing arts. He says that we as doctors treat only symptoms and not the root cause. Why? Because the root cause is in the mind, and nobody has ever seen the mind. Right? So we are speaking about your mind and your paradigms. This is what he said. And what else did he say? That the mind is nothing but a mental activity and not a thing. No one has ever seen the mind. In order to get a better understanding of the mind and eliminate confusion, he created an image which we can then visualize it and see what the mind looks like. So what he did was he drew these two circles, one big, one small, connecting the two of them. Those four dashes on that smaller circle are nothing but the two hands and the two legs. So he drew a center line on the bigger circle and called the upper half as the conscious mind and the second half as the subconscious mind. So conscious mind is one which is connected to your five physical senses: see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Your subconscious mind is the one which is operating all the while, doing so many things, and all that is connected to your body, right? And that is where you start getting to know how the mind operates, the mechanics of the mind. And my mentor, Bob Proctor, from whom I learned thinking to results, said that this is the most valuable idea I've ever learned. He called this particular diagram as a stick person. What did he call it as? As a stick person, because it looks like a shape of a stick, though in the other way. Anyway, let's go back to that stick person. Again, you have the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the body. Now, what is the conscious mind doing? What does it do? It is a thinking mind. That is where all the thoughts go in from. The 60,000 thoughts that I was talking about. It is the educated mind. All the education, right from your childhood, whatever you have learned, whatever the events, workshops that you have attended, like the webinars today that you're attending, or webinars that you must have attended, or webinars that you will attend in future, all that gets stored in that conscious mind. Your data bank. It's a huge. Those cloud and all is nothing. This small speck in front of your conscious mind. What is your subconscious mind? And this conscious mind has got intellect. Huh? Like I said, spiritual side, intellectual side, and the physical body. That's that intellect which is in your conscious mind. What is the subconscious mind? The one that makes you laugh and cry. The emotional mind. Brings in joy. What brings in love to you, to everybody. That's the subconscious mind. Then the conscious mind has the ability to choose. It can choose thoughts. It can accept or reject. I want this thought, I do not want this. That is what it can do. And it can originate thoughts, something which is from imagination, some idea that some thought that you get, a flash of thought or a dream or a intuition that you get comes as a thought by seeing some newspaper, some ad, something on the email that originates the thought. And what is the subconscious? It must accept whatever you're listening. If you allow it to go to your subconscious, it will accept it. Bad, good, positive, negative, resonating, not resonating, everything enters your subconscious mind. It has no ability to reject. It will take in everything. That is where the paradigms are getting formed. And it cannot determine the difference between what is real and what is imagined. So if you imagine certain things, in your mind, that is seen as real. And you go on impressing it in your subconscious mind. The repetitions, these affirmations, like I spoke to you, write down those two habits and record it in your own voice and your own energy, and go and listen to them for 21 days. That is what is impressing your subconscious mind, right? So what happens is school has given us valuable knowledge, but it has never taught us how to alter our old paradigms. Not old paradigms, I mean, is the existing paradigm. So what happens? Though you know what you do, what to do, but you frequently do not do that. So even in spite of having superior knowledge, you have inferior results, and that causes confusion and frustration. Why are there so many suicidal cases? You hear of so many cases, in premium institutions. Why? Because they are so intelligent and they have so much of knowledge. People are there to give them knowledge, but they are not able to cope up. They do not have that thinking, that habit of really absorbing everything in the right way, in the right perception. And that is what happens to them. Their results become inferior. And when the results become inferior, they start getting confused and they get frustrated. So if you go back to the stick person, this is where all that knowledge is stored in that data bank, your conscious mind. See, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Everything you are gathering from outside, external world. See, hear, smell, taste, and touch. The five physical senses. It puts in everything into that conscious mind. And an idea in that conscious mind, when you bring it down to the subconscious and you create an image of that. Now, whatever you've written down on that, where you want to go in the next financial, write it down. Your balance sheet, write it down. What balance sheet you want to have on 31st March 2026. Look at the balance sheet. Why? Why do you have to look at the balance sheet? Because things start flowing from the higher level to the lower level. Water flows from higher level to the lower level easily, effortlessly. Rivers get into the ocean or the sea effortlessly. Electricity also works from higher potential to lower potential. So everything has to work. When you see that image, now you see, we think only in images, not in words. So you create an image of what you want. The only two languages that the mind can directly understand is Sanskrit and there's one more. I just missed out on that. Anyway, I'll come back to you on that. But Sanskrit is there. The vibrations from Sanskrit really hits directly onto your subconscious mind, and it tells the subconscious mind, this is what I want. So you make that image and go on repeating what you see on that image. Just impress it in your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind is not only the automatic mind, it creates automation. You learn to drive, initially you do not know how to use two legs for the three pedals, you're confused. Then the trainer teaches you, you start focusing on everything, then you become a good driver. Today you simply go into the parking and unlock the car and start, even with your mobile in your ear, you are driving the car, right? So it is automated. That this one portion of the subconscious is the emotional mind. That is where, when the emotion and the image get aligned, it maximizes the power of your imagination, and this causes feelings within you, good or bad. These feelings will cause a vibration in your body, and these vibrations are nothing but a conscious awareness of feelings. These vibrations, they go out to the universe, simply go out. And once it goes out to the universe after 68 seconds, it activates the law of attraction. And that starts conspiring with the universe and bringing the same vibrations back to you. You are going for it, the universe is bringing it back to you, and there you ultimately come in and get it into your physical reality seamlessly. So whatever you're seeking is seeking you. So going further, when you bring that image Your paradigm, if you have not altered, will still give you a result that you're getting today. There'll be no change. And to change that result, you have to bring in new paradigm, develop a new paradigm. Habits, two at a time. After 21 days, take another two habits. After another 21 days, take another two habits. Go and change them. Create a paradigm which will immediately give you the results that you want to do. So it is not who you are that holds you back. It's what you think you are not. You see, 1% of people really think. 3% of people think that they think. And 96% of people would rather die than think. So when paradigms stay in control, nothing changes. Nothing changes. The result remains the same. You simply have to shift your paradigms, switch the paradigms. And what are the results that you get? They will tell you the truth. They always tell you the truth. What results you're getting today, what results you get after 21 days, see the difference. It will tell the truth. It will show you that you have been successful in changing your paradigm because two habits have been changed. And those two habits have changed the programming in the in that mental software, like a program on the computer. You press in some keys on the keyboard, it will give you some result on the monitor. And when the programming has changed, if you press the same keys, you will get a different result because the programming has changed. Right? So Buckminster Fuller said that never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, you have to build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. All these cars, the manufacturers of cars and all, they are going on changing the models. And they're nowadays, are you able to hear this earlier Fiat cars or the Premier Padminis and all? No. Are you able to hear the Maruti 800 Suzuki? No. What do you hear today? You are hearing Maruti Vitara, Grand Vitara. Then the Ertigas, the Hyundais are having different cars. Verna, earlier Ascent, then Verna. Now it's going on the electrical part. So electrical cars are coming up. Hybrid models are coming out. So everything is changing. That is making the old model obsolete. And the best one, Eric Hoffer, what he said, in the time of change, learners inherit the earth. While the learned feel themselves beautifully equipped to deal with a world that no longer exists. World is changing that fast. You've seen that movie, The Salesman of the Year, Rocket Singh? That Sindhi vendor of computers. He says, दुनिया ऐसे बदलती है, लेना है तो आज ले लो, कल नहीं, करना है तो आज कर लो और कल की तैयारी करो. Get ready for tomorrow. Don't simply remain where you are, because to learn we need a certain degree of confidence. Not too much and not too little. If you have too little, we will think we can't learn. And if you have too much, we will think we don't have to learn. So start learning. Yeah, what we spoke about is the law of compensation. See, what does the law of compensation say? It says that the amount of money you earn will always be in exact ratio to the need for what you do, your ability to do it, and the difficulty there will be in replacing you. Now, whatever services you are giving or whatever products you have, is there a need to do it? Yes, there is a need, because you know that there is a need. What is your ability? How you are making that sale? How are you giving your services? What are the added values you are giving to your customer or your clients or your participants? That is your ability. And when you are doing it in a wonderful way, people who have already taken your services, they will go and tell others, he is the person, go to that person. They'll give the best of services or the best of products. I have tried them out. Now you try it out. So you become irreplaceable. It's not indispensable, because indispensable, nobody is indispensable. You put your wrist into your bucket of water, you'll get a space there in the water. Water will make a space for you. But as soon as you remove it, nothing there. There is no space. It takes the original shape and it takes the original volume. So what you need to work on is your ability. Focus on it. Improve ability 1% every month. 1%. How do you improve? Take a presentation, stand in front of the mirror, and then go on giving the presentation as you are talking to your own client. Standing in front of the mirror, look at your eye to eye, give your eye to eye. You will improve your presentations and you'll become master at it. Dr. Rice was the first doctor who had done the heart transplant somewhere in the 60s or 70s. He says that when asked, he said that I rehearse, and rehearse more. And when I go to the operation theater, this is already a done operation because it is already there. In my mind, it is already done. It's only to be completed on the physical level. Do it that way. That will increase your ability. Now, there are 3 money earning strategies. I'll say earning. I will not say making money. I'll say earning money. Making money, anybody can make money. There are so many schemes, scam schemes, spams, your multiple source of incomes which are there. They are different. They are all giving you money. They tell you that make money in 15 days. No, you earn the money. And there are, let us name them as M1, M2, and M3. And whenever you talk to your child or your grandchild, just tell them about M3 more than any other income strategy. What is M1? M1 where 96% of people are there. They trade time with money. You have only 24 hours. You can't earn more than that. Whatever way you do 3 shifts, you cannot do. Because 3 shifts you cannot do for 365 days to earn money. M2 is where 3% of people are there. And what are they doing? They're trading money with money. Investors, mutual funds, stocks, equities. Many people are there. Even in M1, you say, oh, that is giving that guy a lot of money. Let me go and put my savings into that. But mind you, be a responsible investor, not an irresponsible investor. Learn from the people who know that, who are expert in that, the financial advisors. They will tell you how to invest that money. Because otherwise, if you do it on your own by somebody is telling you this is a very good scheme, this is a very good script, go and invest in that, and then he'll tell you go and sell it. When you just before you invest it, the script has gone down and you have lost your money. All your hard-earned money, saved money is gone. What is M3? Where 1% of people are there. What do? They earn 96% of the wealth that is generated on this planet. And what are they doing? They are multiplying time with multiple source of income. This is another source of income. It is not another job, neither another stream of income in one particular source. Right? This is where you can convert your annual income into your monthly income by using that M3 strategy. Convert your annual income into your monthly income. Because it can be done and it is being done. Because wealthy people have always had multiple sources of income. Ambani's, Tata's, Birla's, Warren Buffett, Donald Trump, all people are having multiple sources of income. So today they don't have to worry about anything. People have that mindset, oh my God, lack mindset. How can I go in and invest somewhere? How can I do that? But you know something? There's always a wave. It's a waveform, a sine waveform. Tide, the waves will come and go away. Bad times and good times. Law of rhythm will always work. Even during when the economy is absolutely down, people like Warren Buffett, what they say? Buy the stocks, buy that company. And when the market comes up again, it is bound to come up again. That time, he's already made enough money on that. That is how they work. So what you need to do? You need to make a decision. I will never say take a decision. Taking decisions, we have been doing it right from our childhood, taking decisions. Today I was watching one serial, one of the episode. The guy wanted to go. He has done his IIT BTech. He wanted to go for into the army because of some incident. But his parents, especially his father, refused. You cannot go. The other man can. When he said the other man can do it, yes, he can do it. It's a very good thing going into the army, serving the country. But when it came to his own son, he says, no, you can't do that. So still he went and he made a decision, because making decisions comes from your within. And when you do that, you're absolutely passionate and you know that this is what you love to do. So you do what you love and love what you do. And making a decision, you can have to make a committed decision. And to make a committed decision, you have to answer two questions. Am I able to do this? So what will you answer? Yes, I am able to do this. Can you all repeat with me? Yes, unmute yourself and say, yes, I'm able to do this.
Yes,
I am able to do this.
I'm able to do
Yes,
this.
I will able to do this.
Wonderful.
Yes, I'm able to do this.
Wonderful. Second question, am I willing to do whatever it takes? So your answer will be, yes, I am willing to do whatever it takes. Can you repeat this answer? Say this with me.
Yes,
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 I am
Yes,
willing
willing
to
yes.
to
do
do.
do
whatever it takes.
whatever it takes.
I'm
Wonderful.
willing to do what it takes.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So as soon as you make that committed decision, bang, the brain will start operating at a higher frequency. And it will connect you to people who are at that frequency. It will bring in thoughts of creativity to reach that desire of yours. And you will also, it will be so beautiful and it will be so surprising that you will see that people around you those are there are not the same people who were there before I made the decision. You have got connected to different level of people. Now today I'm speaking to you because I have made a decision to share my knowledge to everybody, and while doing that, I'm getting compensated, yes, but by doing that, I'm getting connected to so many different people at different levels. Today I'm with ISTD, a different level of people. So many intellectuals here on this platform, right? You'll also start getting connected. There is no end to it. From this level, you can go to 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 any level. You'll see Ambanis and Tatas going to different levels. There is no end. There's so much of abundance. There's no lack at all. Lack is only in our mind. Those paradigms, shift those paradigms, and you will be at that level. You'll be living a life of abundance, where you'll see money flowing, opportunities flowing like a river to you. All over money. There'll be nothing that will stop you. Because Napoleon said, that don't go looking for opportunities at a distance. Recognize them and embrace it right where you are. So, my friends, this is how you need to make use of your mind, make use of your mental faculties, shift your paradigms, choose your thought to get what you want to get in your life, and to be what you want to be in your life, to have what you want to have in life. Live the life that you want to live. All right? So, thank you very much, everybody, for this patient listening. Anybody who has got any questions, Ms. Madhuri, if anybody has got any questions, please. Yeah, anyone with the questions? You can also go through the recording once you get it and see if you have any questions. Always send it to the ISTD and I will answer them. If anybody is not having anything right now. So yes, Madhuri ma'am, you can take over. Thank you, Mr. Shailendra. Feel grateful. Thank you, Dr. Yashoda.
Yeah. Thank you, Sunil. It was a fantastic session. Fantastic session. It
Thank you,
was
Vinodji.
a very vast. The topic required a lot of coverage, but you summarized it within 1 hour very well and brought out the key implementable areas. So that was
Thank you.
fantastic.
Thank you, Vinodji. Thank you, Sandeep ji. So whenever you are before you retire to sleep, simply say, be grateful, thank the universe, say God bless, thank you universe, and go to sleep. That will really increase your frequency levels. All right. So yes, Madhuri, ma'am, please take over.
So I think
Yeah.
we
You
don't
can unmute one of the devices.
just give me a minute, okay?
Yeah, sure.
So for everybody's no, just give me a minute, okay? I think there are double voices. Yeah. So I had logged in as on behalf of Dr. Kavita Pandey because I'll be helping her with some of the secretarial responsibilities. That's why. But I had logged in from my personal ID as well, and that's why the double voice was there. We don't have much questions, but we do have some time in hand because this was see, mind is something which is extremely curious, like raises the curiosity. And what Dr. Sunil has covered is something very important. I will just give a quick recap. But prior to that, I want to give the esteemed audience some time with Dr. Sunil Chhaya if they have any questions. You can unmute yourself and ask the questions.
Or should I tell them to do one exercise? If it's okay with everyone.
Yeah, it's your show. Go ahead, please.
Yeah.
I am the facilitator.
Yeah. So thank you. So as I was talking about the 6 activities that you need to do that is taking you towards your target, whatever the target that you have mentioned that you want to achieve by 31st March 2026. You write down 6 activities that you want to complete tomorrow. So can you do that? Put your name, your date, and put your signature at the bottom. And do this for 30 days. 30 days continuously. And when you do this for 30 days, you'll see the change, the shift. Your life will start changing like night and day. So to give some job to your subconscious mind tonight, if everybody can write down 6 activities in the manner of priority, that is finishing up the item 1, then go to the serial number 2, and then to 3, and then to 4, and so on and so forth. So everyone, if you can, you just start writing it down and give a thumbs up once you've finished. And mind you, write only activities that are taking you towards your goal, not your normal activities. Those are your daily tasks, going to the bank or giving your vehicle for servicing and all. These are the normal things. Don't write a to-do list. Write only the activities that are taking you towards, that will take you towards your goal or your target. Oh, so Shailendra ji has completed. Very good. Wonderful. Dr. Yashoda also has completed. Wow. It might take you some time because you're doing it. If you're doing it for the first time, it will take you some time to get used to it. I've been doing it for the last 3.5 years.
How many activities we have to write?
6.
I wrote 5.
Okay, good. So now give these activities when before you go to sleep, read these 6 activities and tell your subconscious mind, come on, go and do it.
I'm done with it.
Guide me to complete these activities tomorrow. Now there is somebody who has mentioned that they've read 3 books, including The
We have
Secret
to write
by
them?
Rhonda Byrne.
Okay.
Yeah. So all those books, they talk about the subconscious mind. All of them. The power of one, the power of your subconscious mind, and The Secret. The Secret is basically on the law of attraction. But there are certain things which are not in The Secret. That's a missing secret. And it took my mentor Bob Proctor 7.5 years to find out what is missing in that secret. He was one of the teachers on The Secret, Bob Proctor. If you have read the book and if you have seen the movie, yes, he was there.
What
And
is missing, sir? What is missing? That
the
would be
missing
really interesting.
the missing secret is knowing why you're not doing what you need to do. Your paradigms, your habitual behavior, and reactivating your mental faculties. These are 2 important things which are missing from there. See, I'll tell you one thing. There are 4 laws that come into play when you want to achieve something. One is the law of cause. That is that image that you create in your subconscious mind. The second is the law of effect. There's the vibrations that you get, the feelings that you get, the emotions that you get. Third, the law of vibrations. These vibrations, they go out into the universe. And after 68 seconds that they go out to the universe, it activates the law of attraction. And then the law of attraction will conspire with the universe to bring back to you the same vibrations that you are at that point of time. Whether it is good, whether it is bad, it will come back to you. So if you're focusing on a pain on your leg or your head, go on focusing. After 60 seconds, that pain will start increasing. You feel that the pain is increasing. If you think of something good, go on focusing on that. Focus on your target. You see that the target is coming closer to you. And all the 4 books, they work on your subconscious mind. They talk about your subconscious mind. That subconscious is the place where everything happens. Everything happens. Your paradigm also is in your subconscious mind. Change that mental program, that software, that operating system, which can change your results. Because once you start changing that, whatever results you get, they'll always tell you the truth. I had that slide. Results always tell you the truth. The way you behave shows what you're thinking about. Because ultimately, is the emotions, the feelings, the thoughts, they create the behavior. And that is how you behave. When you behave in a certain fashion, anybody who knows about it will know what thoughts are going on in our mind, working backwards. And when you know what thoughts, you can always tell that person, my dear friend, this is not the way you should think. Whatever your target is, whatever be your present circumstances, you can come out of it. There are a lot of things in that stick person. There are a lot of things that to learn, and to learn everything is difficult because knowledge and ignorance, it's a very small thin line. If you are working on the path of ignorance, what will happen to you? Through that, if you can learn from the stick person, what all happens to you leads to disintegration. Whereas if you are knowledgeable and you start working on that knowledge part of it, it leads to creation. You go into the creative mode. So what do you want? Creation or disintegration? Right?
And
Everybody wants creation.
I
Yeah,
will
yes,
just
sir.
add to that for my summing up thing.
Yeah.
2 points Dr. Sunil Chhaya has pointed out. What you want, creation or disintegration, because that's where mind plays, and that's what he has covered. That how many a times we start, we know where we are, and we have goals, or we don't have goals. But at times, our goals are so diluted that the disintegration happens, and even though we create, we don't go near the goal. And that's how he started the session, where he talked about where we are, and then where we want to go. And then he said where we want to go comes when we have clear goal. I will just add something, Dr. Sunil Chhaya, from one of the films. um, it's called as Local Color. So that film, one young painter comes to a really, really senior painter who's seen as a invalid and wasted because he drinks, he doesn't do anything. But that boy has seen somewhere some painting and wants to learn from him. So he makes him do some random tasks, and then he asks him to paint. And then he paints. So he paints everything. So he says, what's the message that you are trying to give? Oh, there is a tree, there is a flower, there is a this, there is a this. I said, no, because you're not clear what you want to say. A painting is first done here and then on the paper. You can't just take the brush and start painting. So I think I just wanted to connect, whether it's art, whether it's creativity, whether it's our own profession, that clarity of thought needs to be here. So many a times that goal is not clear, and that's where Dr. Sunil Chhaya said paradigm, because that's where the clarity of goal and the path that we define to go to the goal becomes clear. And then he talked about various aspects like perception, creativity, time, and how each of these things impact, the paradigms. And definitely the paradigm impacts the goal, and definitely the goal impacts where we are going, and that defines our path. Then we talked about God's gift, which again, these all parameters that fit into the paradigm. He talked about what all aspect of it comes under perception, comes under creativity, comes under use of time. And then we were talking about different faculties. I will not go deep dive into slide by slide because definitely you're going to get the presentation. But what one key thing that I had a takeaway from here is, and then we definitely spoke about money, because I see, and I think whether we agree it or not, money is also one of the parameters or a judging parameter for success. Okay. So we can't say that, okay, I'm successful and I don't have money. So it's one aspect of being successful. Knowledge, money, that all combined thing helps us grow and become successful. So that's why, when he connected everything to money, that also comes with mindset. So basically, he was talking about different aspects of mindset, and then how we navigate through it, and how our habitual and routine activities train our mind. So, I mean, I don't shy away. So one of the things, like 6 points that I wrote, 4 of them I realized I wrote around my well-being. Because, once you come at a certain stage, you realize well-being is something, one of the competencies, if you have the ability if you build the ability and mindset to stay healthy and alive, all the competencies will fall in place. So that is how we train our mind, by inculcating routine, habits. If I'm not rising early, I'm missing out those early morning time. If somebody is sitting really late in the night and has a habit of that, that again is going to lead to a lot of other things. And that's why, what I understood is Dr. Sunil focused on habits, habitual activities, and he made us do those activities. So for me, the key takeaway is how we train our mind and alter our mindset by building some good habits When I say good habits, that means habits which will take inch by inch, day by day, closer to our goal. And that's why, Dr. Sunil, I think, summed up the session with an exercise that he gave us. So that was a little thing where he was trying to train our mind to build that practice. Thank you, Dr. Sunil Chhaya, and hope I gave a good summary of your entire session.
Yes, very much. And thank you, Madhuri, for all that, for a wonderful wrap up on that session and the key takeaways. Only one more thing I would like you to do is, everybody, write down your goal. Write the date and begin the statement by writing that I, so and so, am so happy and grateful now that, and then write your goal or target or passion, whatever you desire, because that converts the whole statement into the present tense. I'll say, I, Sunil Chhaya, am so happy and grateful now that. This is converting the whole goal of mine into present tense. Put your signature at the bottom with the date. So you know that this is the date when I wrote this. This is my signature, and this is where I want to go. And once you touch this, even once a day, just touch it once a day. These touch the fingers on your goal card will send an electrical signal to your brain, and it will activate the brain cells, and it will start bringing in thoughts of whatever is there on this card. Okay, so write them down. Don't just leave it as it is. Oh yes, I know what my goal is. No, write down that goal. 10x, 50x, 100x by 31st March 2026. Write it down. Whatever you right now want to have and be, do, and have. Okay then. Thank you very much. And give an update of whatever your activities are doing, an update of wherever you're now started reaching up.
Thank you,
Thank you
Dr.
all.
Sunil Chhaya. On behalf of everyone who has attended and those who had registered but couldn't attend, I thank you for giving your time for this session and activating the brain cells so that we can start marching towards our goal and altering our mindset. Thank you, everyone, for attending, taking out time, and actively participating. See you all in the next learning series. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice